Hello and welcome to my first playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Not only is it my first Three Houses playthrough, but it's going to be my first YouTube playthrough. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoy it. We're going to be playing as the Blue Lions. And we're going to be playing hard and classic. I'm going to try not to talk during the cutscenes and conversations. I'm supposed to skip the intro. I've been told that because Nintendo likes to claim any videos with the intro to their games. And here we go.
I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Alright, we're going to be playing as male by left. We're not going to change his name or anything, it's just going to be standard.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
On this menu, you can pick any of the three, but she doesn't accept the I'm a ghost or I'm a demon, so we're going to click I'm immortal.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
The only reason I know some of these things is I played until probably chapter 4, just to try some things out.
I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Alright, we're gonna put my actual birthday. It's gonna be June 26th.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
Alright. So I'm gonna pick I was dreaming about a young girl. We're gonna tell the truth.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Of course, we're gonna answer compliment.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion.
And already we
wouldn't
get to
bother you
meet the
with a
three
situation not dying.
main
What do a bunch of
protagonists.
kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Yeah, we're gonna start in file 2. Like I said, I played a couple of chapters on file 1 just to get a feel for the game. I was excited for the new the new game. I want to figure some stuff out. That way I wasn't completely blind, but I haven't looked up anything. No spoilers or anything like that.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Just the basic Fire Emblem stuff. I've been playing Fire Emblem games for a long time, so I already know what I'm doing. I can explain some of the things, though. The blue squares are where you can move, the red squares are where you can attack, and all of our characters, except for Cloud right now, or Claude rather, can only attack from one range. Promise I can speak. We have your stereotypical axe, sword, and lance user, and then bow ranged.
Ready and willing.
So, through the years of Fire Emblem, I know to attack with your ranged character first. That way you don't suffer a counter attack, because he has a sword, so he can't attack from 2 spaces away like the archer can. Right here, they brought back weapon durability for this game, which is awesome. That's the way I prefer it. So he would drop from a 39 to a 40.
Stay focused.
We're gonna use buy left to get the kill. So you have a talk action, and that's pretty much for free, but once you do it, I believe you can't move
It's
after
because
that. You
you
can't
guys
back
that I'm
out
not
of
dead
it.
right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Alright, so if I press B, I can't back out and rethink my decision. So I have to commit to what I'm doing now. So I wanted to get the kill anyway, so I'm going to use the Iron Sword. In this preview window, the MT shows how much damage you're going to do, and also his attack, or rather his health bar, is a 0, showing where I'll do enough damage to kill him. My hit is 96% with a 4% remainder, and I have a 0% crit chance. And since I'm attacking, I attack first. He can do 6 damage to me if he got to hit. He has an 82% chance hit and a 0 crit. So I should get the kill.
You fought well.
Okay, next.
I will prevail.
Also, you can press the right shoulder button, and it'll show where the enemies can move. So I'm free just to move up here. The reason I can't move Geralt is he's a green unit, and he doesn't move until a little bit later on this map. You can see his range is nothing, and his red spots are where you can attack. That's just telling you that he's not going to move.
I'll cut through.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
So that's explaining to us that if you, here I'll do the overhead view, these forests and thickets and stuff, you can stand in there, and then at the top left of the screen you have a 30% avoid increase and 1 defense, or protection I think they call it sometimes. So it's good to land your unit in here and not let your enemy use it. So if I move Edelgard here, she'll get the protection from it. When you see those red lines that are coming to her, that means those 3 enemies will try to attack her. And if they can't all get to her, they'll pick a different target. That's not 100% accurate. It's just showing that they would favor to hit her if they can.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
And there's different terrain types. It's not just forest, of course. They have a lot more than that. Like I said, there's thickets. Later, there's ward stones or something, ward tiles and protective tiles and stuff like that. So there's plenty to do with terrain. If I move here, you can see even though he's in range, they would still prefer to hit Edelgard. So if the one on the left moves first and gets to her and attacks, he'll take up that spot. So the ones on the right, probably that sword guy, you can see the icon next to his character model, he'll probably go hit Dimitri. So that's good, and then we can put by left next to him, and he can still talk, so
Thank you.
we'll do
we are
that.
in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Alright. The reason I'm putting by left right next to him is because if we look at his skills, his personal skill is Professor's Guidance. Multiply this unit and adjacent allies' experience earned by 1.2. So basically they're getting an extra 20% experience, which is good because Dimitri is the one we're going to use anyway of the three lords here. And we'll just put Claude in range to do something, hopefully. Maybe more towards Edelgard, because she's going to get attacked for sure. I'm trying to show the combat animations, but I know I'm going to hold down A, which fast forwards them a little bit. That way we don't have to sit here for each one. Because I think they play out pretty slow. I'm used to turning off the animations, but for the new game I want to show off the new animations. So we're going to try to get the kill with Dimitri and by left as much as we can. I can't remember if the experience carries over and the skill carries over, but I assume it does, so we might as well level up the lords and the characters we're going to use. So we'll take him over here. Well, let's make sure Edelgard can reach that guy, so we're pretty safe to get the kill right here with this guy. By left.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Okay. Next we're going to put him here. Archers usually have a pretty high, in this game it's called Dex, in previous games it was called Skill. And if you hover over Dex, affects hit rate. Archers usually have a pretty good hit rate. So I'm going to use him first, plus I don't get the counter attack. We can do the talk
You have a
action for
strange
Edelgard.
aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Next, we're going to do the attack. And now you see how Claude is linked to Edelgard in her display. And that means that he can attack, he's in range to attack the enemy, so she gets a bonus to hit. So without him, her hit would not be 76%, it would be a little bit lower. So not only did he not get a counter attack, but by attacking with him first, he's giving Edelgard a hit increase, which is good because she's an axe user and they have lower hit.
Now you know your limits.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
So after the leader talks, Geralt moves, and hopefully he doesn't get any kills because he's a character that you don't get to play as for a while, or if at all, I'm not sure, I have no idea. But you want to level up the people you're going to use, or at least get them a skill experience and stuff like that. So I believe I can put Dimitri in this forest. He gets the avoid increase, which in this game's really good actually. Use the terrain, it's very helpful. We put Byleth next to him for the experience increase. If I can get Claude behind him, he will receive an attack. So I don't know if I want to do that, but it'll give Dimitri a higher hit, so I don't know. And remember, I don't just have to look at the lines to make sure there's an attack, because the line does give it away, but also, since I highlighted where the enemies can move, it outreaches to where they can attack. So the guy can move here, here, and here, but he can attack in these outreaching spots. So you can click on a specific enemy to see his exact movement, and it'll be a darker red. And I know that's the guy that's going to be able to hit, because if I highlight that, he can't reach back here. The dark red is where that unit can reach. And you can do multiple if you want. So, you don't want Claude to get hit. He's an archer, and right now he doesn't have the ability to counterattack in close range. So I could probably just leave him outside of the range, the highlighted range. I was just going to try to give extra hit to Dimitri, but I don't think he's going to need it. I'm sure he'll hit. And remember...
I'm gonna kill you where you stand!
Remember that once an enemy's occupying the spot, another enemy can't come up and hit from that same spot, unless the enemy dies, of course. So they have to move in a different pattern, a different spot, and since these guys are only one range, all those spots are taken. So that guy has to move all the way around. Dimitri's circled, which is unfortunate because the enemy, I believe, gets the same bonus. So I kind of messed up there because I wasn't thinking, and Geralt got a kill.
I'm hardly trying.
That's okay though, it's just a tutorial mission, I'm not worried about it. Usually your allies, they're explaining the increased hit rate now. Usually your allies don't kill the boss, which is awesome because that's where a large amount of experience comes from. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Claude over here. He's going to Iron Bow. He won't get the kill, which is good because we don't want him to. He has high hit. He doesn't get counterattacked. It's always a good move to attack from 2 range. That way you don't get counterattacked. Now, if I was hitting an archer, if I was shooting at an archer, he could shoot back, but the boss only has 1 range, so he doesn't get a counterattack. I'm going to go ahead and goodbye left this kill. 100% hit, awesome, so I don't even have to worry about the counterattack.
As expected.
We'll just move that guy up for fun. And Dimitri should, if he hits, get the kill. If not, we're going to be a tight spot, and he might die if the boss hits twice and he doesn't, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Stronger. I can feel it.
So strength, dex, and I believe that was charisma or something. I'm not quite sure. I could look at it in a minute. And they're introducing another game mechanic to us. It's kind of like the time wheel.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Of course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
I'm not sure if there's a right choice to pick during these, so I'm just going to go with what I would say. I'll probably go with what I think they want to hear more often than not, but if I have no idea, I'll probably just go with what I would say. So, I guess I'd say, what are you talking about?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
Alright, I think she wants, if I'm calling her a child, she wants me to say I'm less than a child. I don't think being aggressive with her is going to be the right call, so I'm going to say I'm less than a child. It goes against what I would personally say, but I think that's what she wants.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
I would once again say you stop time because that's crazy. But I'm sure she wants to hear a thank you.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
Alright, what I would say is what will happen when time resumes. If an axe is supposed to cut into me, is that what's going to happen when she unpauses time?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Exactly like I thought.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Well, if I had to think about it, I probably would not say I'll just stay here and wait to die. That's not what I would say. I'd say I don't want to keep time frozen. I mean, look around. It's blackness and this sassy little girl. So if she has the potential to stop time, I'd probably think, well, maybe she can turn back time. And I'm not playing it up. I know that the answer is turn back time. But that's honestly what I would say.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Hey, over here!
Huh?
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Alright, we have the tutorial mission done, MVP by Leth, like we wanted it to be anyway, pretty much. I liked Gerald's answer to that guy too.
Thank you.
Obviously, as a pastor, then he said, "Why him?" So it's
Captain
funny.
Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, That isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
That is correct. Telling the truth
Is
again.
that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Saros.
The Knights of Saros. They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Geralt, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Saros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I don't know what I would answer, because if I was in Byleth's shoes, maybe I would know more, but as just the player, I guess I'd want to know more about the Knights of Saros.
You haven't heard of the Knights of Saros? The most famous order of knights in all of Fodlan.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
Alright, like I said, I'm going to pick the Blue Lions. I don't know why. Favorite color is blue. I like the lance users. Dimitri seems alright. And the Blue Lions are the least picked of the three. So, why not? I'll be different.
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Alright, if I remember correctly, Sothis is going to tell us about the lords. And we'll start with Edelgard. Everyone really likes Edelgard, and I'm not gonna diss her here, but she just seems too edgy for me, honestly. Very sassy, very, I don't know, aggressive. I like Claude, but he's shifty. Dimitri just seems the most honest and likable person. So we'll start with Edelgard. I thought they were gonna read these. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys can read fast enough to keep up with it.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Awesome. Alright, I'm probably going to end it here and we'll pick up again later. Like I said, first YouTube playthrough. A like, comment, subscribe would be awesome. Constructive criticism, anything you want me to change. I'm just going to repeat myself, I'm sure, from what I said at the beginning. I'm going to try not to talk during dialogue or cutscenes. And this first episode is, and probably the first 2 or 3 are going to be very tutorial based. So new players, I'm going to explain stuff the best I know how to. I'm sure I'll get things wrong. Veteran players, I'm sorry that you have to sit through that. Things will get more light-hearted, and I'll start to talk about more stuff than just the game mechanics, and we can get into some fun topics. I'm sure I stumbled over myself a lot, but that's okay. With practice, it'll get better. So I wanna say thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.